Hello, this is Ollie's Movie Madness, and I'm here to do a trailer reaction to Marvel's X-Men. Here we go.
And to me, my X-Men.
Mark Strong as Professor X, yeah, that one is a awesome casting choice. Gwen Powell Cyclops, maybe. I think he would have been better than James Marsden. Wanda Wise, don't know who that is. Joe Edgerton as Beast, yeah, I can see that. Henry Cavill as Wolverine, which is kind of funny because we actually did get him as Wolverine and Deadpool Wolverine. Same with Channing Tatum as Gambit. But I wouldn't mind having them come back. Idris Elba as Bishop, yeah, that would be really interesting. Jodie Comer as Emma Frost, yeah, that can work. I think she would have been better than Jane Wade Jones. Troy Hunt as Quicksilver, I don't know about that one. Don't know who that is as Psylocke, don't even know who that character is. Viggo Mortensen as Magneto. Yes, that is perfect casting right there.
You can fire your arrows from the Tower of Babel, but you can never strike God.
No. No. Dwayne Johnson as Apocalypse, no. The problem is he'll be playing himself and he's miscast. Stephen Lang as Cable, that is actually really good casting because he looks like the character from the comics. Alexander Daddario as Rogue, maybe. Alan Richardson as Colossus, yeah, that can work. Millie Bobby Brown as Kitty Pryde, yeah, that would be awesome. You have Eleven and Magneto together, that would be awesome. Don't know who that is as Jean Grey. Jeremy Allen White as Pyro, maybe. Dylan O'Brien as Iceman, that is actually really good casting right there because he's young. Don't know who that is who plays Sabretooth. Natalie Dormer as Mystique, maybe. Tom Ellis as Mr. Sinister, maybe. Mina Masood as Nightcrawler, maybe. That actor from Ender's Game as Toad, yeah, that is that's good. That's good casting. Morizar something Moriarty. I did that the actor who plays Toad. It's actually this one. Maurice Aries. I did that the actor's name. But that was really awesome casting. You know, I can see half of those actors play these characters. Most of them. Stephen Lang as Cable, yeah, that one can work. Viggo Mortensen as Magneto, definitely that would be a big yes. Millie Bobby Brown as Kitty Pryde, that can work. The only one I'm a little iffy on is Glen Powell as Cyclops. Would have been better than James Marsden. I think Glen Powell would have gotten something new to the role, brought something new, would have made the character more comic book accurate. There's one character choice I hate is actually Dwayne Johnson as Apocalypse, because he'll just be playing himself, and I will admit his line delivery is not as bad as Oscar Isaac, but at the same time it is, because it's just Dwayne Johnson as Apocalypse, and Marvel better not cast him in their X-Men movie. That would be really dumb and really weird. But other than that, I think the casting's great. You know, Mark Strong can play a good Charles Xavier. I do like the idea of Dylan O'Brien as Iceman. I think that is perfect casting right there. Let's see. The guy who his name was what was his name? Tom Ellis as Mr. Sinister, that could work. Dylan O'Brien as Iceman. I kind of like the idea of Jodie Comer as Emma Frost. I kind of like the idea of her. I think she can do it. Really, the only one I really hate is Dwayne Johnson as Apocalypse. That's the only casting choice that doesn't make sense. But other than that, everyone else is, like, comic accurate. Everyone's really awesome. And what's funny is that, like, the guy who played the guy who was almost Cable was actually the villain in Avatar. He would be a pretty good Cable, a more comic accurate one, and less. I wouldn't call Josh Brolin silly, but like a Cable that doesn't crack jokes. But Cable rarely cracked jokes. It was more the way that Josh Brolin delivered the lines. But really, aside from Dwayne Johnson, and I think everyone else is perfectly cast, especially Glenn Powell. Even though I'm a little iffy on him, casting-wise, he's perfect. But yeah, I did Dylan O'Brien, Viggo Mortensen. That is actually my favorite casting choice in this video because he would get to play Magneto and he would have been really comic book accurate. He would have been really menacing, really awesome. And I think most of those actors could actually do it. I would love to see Eleven and Magneto interacting because Millie Bobby Brown would be a really good Kitty Pryde. But anyway, that is my trailer reaction to Marvel's X-Men. Hope you guys enjoy, and comment down below which actor in this video do you think that will fit their characters perfectly. For me, it will be Viggo Mortensen and Dylan O'Brien as Magneto and Iceman.